Hey guys, I'm here for a different purpose than usual today. Somewhat recently, a one of our contacts on Flickr, good friend of all of ours, Will. Not going to mention the last name out of respect, but I don't know why this is up. This has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. There we go. Thinking about coming up with a way to start our own air conditioning line. Which, no, I don't want to add a fucking recovery. Stop popping. No, no. Okay, anyway, as we were, thinking about starting our own air conditioning company. Sounds great, and it's an awesome idea. It's something I've actually thought about before in the past. Not until recently, though, but Will's really got me thinking about that. Before I go any further, I'm just going to say, even if we did manage to come up with some chassis designs and shit like that, which wouldn't be a problem, how would we go about manufacturing and getting it started? I was going to make this a Flickr exclusive because normally I save my YouTube channel for actual views. But, yeah, I'm gonna put it on YouTube because I just can't sum all this down to a 3-minute fucking time limit that Flickr gives me, unfortunately. Basically, long story short, what we're gonna get at is before I go any further, if I were to get involved, which I'd be more than happy to get involved, I would be involved with strictly chassis design, and like cosmetics, more or less, because I'm not really too knowledgeable, believe it or not, on the actual cooling system itself. Which is fine. We have other guys for that. I know one guy, Rick was saying about it, and anybody in the YouTube and especially our Flickr community is a lot more close knit. That's just because everybody knows everybody. But yeah, anybody within that has any ideas or any suggestions, we all have to know you, obviously. But basically, I had to write everything down because I know if I didn't write it all down, I wouldn't fucking remember it. All the points I want to try to make. Alright. Let me pause you for 1 second. Yeah, I just want to get something more appropriate up as to what we're going to be talking about as far as visuals go. First off, obviously, the most important thing to bring back would be cosmetics. Actually, I wouldn't say that'd be the second most important. We want to bring back reliability. Like units that you look at and be like, oh, fuck yeah, this is some good shit right here. You know what I mean? So, you gotta put high quality American made being the key word, American made parts. So, obviously with vintage designs, dude, let's face it, these units nowadays are fucking ugly as sin, dude. The Frigidaires and Fredericks are probably the best, but anything other than that, they're just so cheesy, dude. They're a white fucking piece of plastic with those push buttons on them. I wouldn't even call them push buttons, just slush buttons. Which I don't really have anything against those, but it's just a fact that there's no design quality, there's no design factor, at all. We need to change that. And obviously, we could offer brown, but let's face it, like it or not, brown's not the most desirable color anymore. Like the wood grain brown, I mean, you can have that as an option, but I'm thinking more like a nice looking colored white or tan. Dude, fucking tan goes good with anything, dude. Like, not even joking. So, I'd say make vintage designs like that. Obviously, I guess those designs are probably so far gone and so old that if you made a replica of that, I doubt they'd even freaking notice. But just to be safe, I would change like a few things up. But yeah, start making shit like that. Like that. The feathers over there, you see I got 2 Emersons down there. Look at the case, the design on the fucking case, dude. Even the back, they have logos, insignias, tags, all that shit on there. Look at that. An old 50s feathers. General Electric. Speaking of General Electrics, we need to replicate the old General Electrics again, too. I just don't know if we can get the spine fin. Now, I know spine fin's still made because trains still use them in their central units, but I don't know if it's still patented or not. But anyway, let's get to the point. Obviously, you would have to have remote control as an option. So we could go the route of the slush button. So in other words, I'm thinking you could design it. There's my buddy. Design it like that. I know the lighting kind of sucks, but design it kind of like that. You have 5 push buttons, and instead of the like physical push buttons, you could do like the slush buttons here. That way they can be controlled by remote too. Like have a remote sensor right here. Like make a design like that, but in like tan or white, or have a wood grain variety like that as an option. And have the freaking thermostat, like touch control, you know, like up and down, or like a physical touch control. You can go like, you can hit it and then put your finger like that to make it look like you're physically turning a knob. Either that or have them solenoid operated. So if you hit your remote, your fan button would, like say you want low fan on your remote, you hit that, the solenoid would literally physically push the button in. That way you can still have control cover doors and all that for cosmetics. Design the outdoor case is the same again. That covers that point. I have reversing valves. Yes, you'd want to have at least half of your models with reversing valve. Now I'm not talking about that fucking heating element bullshit. I'm talking like, why the fuck would you want to use something other, integrate something else in there that would use more electric if you could just fucking reverse it and have your condenser become your evaporator and your evaporator become your condenser for the heating process. Condensate drains or plastic line. Oh yeah, very important. There will be none of that freaking water collection bullshit, okay? The water, when it comes out of your condensate pan, on the inside of the unit for the evaporator, it's going to go through a tube and drain right the hell outside. That way it's not sitting there splashing around and rusting. Either that, or if you really think that's necessary, put a plastic liner in there. I know some of the Sears Cold Spots back in the 60s would have a plastic liner in there so it wouldn't rot the base pan. Very important, folks, very important. Rust is the fact that rust is a window AC unit's worst enemy. R12, if I'm not mistaken, I know you can't use R22 anymore, that's outlawed, but R12, if I'm not mistaken, you can still use R12. So why not use R12? And you'd have to use reciprocating compressors if you can. That way it has that freaking sound and it'll make your ears have an orgasm when it fires up. Just that loud, robust fucking startup sound. Badass. So you'd want to use reciprocating compressors with R12 if that would be possible. If I'm not mistaken, R12 builds head pressure at a lower RPM, so it'd be a lot more efficient. It would get colder without use less energy. I already said American parts. Oh, low capacity units and large chassis. A lot of the, like that unit right there is 14,000 BTUs with an EER of 10. It's in the large chassis, which also holds the 24,000 BTU models. So if I were to put a low capacity unit in a large chassis, it'd be efficient as hell. So that's an idea to do. All of our units are going to be slide out chassis. None of that fixed chassis bullshit. Like I said, I would design the cosmetics and I would have someone else, pick the American-made parts. We'd also, down the road, you want to have a retro or throwback line, meaning like not right away, but maybe like sometime down the road, we'd redesign like 50s units, like make some with like the fancy weather wheels and shit like that. Let me pause you, I'll get one up. Okay, I'm on Air Conditioner Man's page. Look at that, like redesign something like that Vornado, or the old General Electrics with the wheels. Obviously, we'd have the regular weather wheels too, because those are badass. Everybody loves them. But yeah, let me show you some more examples. Pause it again because I'm running out of time on my phone. Yeah, bring back these robust looking units like that. Cool logos and badges and shit. More feathers shit. Yeah, there you go. Design shit like that, man. But yeah, that's the idea. I just want to get some ideas. Will, I know you'll appreciate this video, and I'd love to hear your comments and see what you guys think about the subject. And like I said, any feedback is always appreciated. Please respond and share your opinions. Thank you all for watching as usual. I really appreciate the fan base.